What's up, everyone? It's Brett from Ghost Gaming. We are going to take a look at the DLC stuff. First DLC for NES X3. Take a look at a few things. I believe it's I don't even remember. $9.99, something like that. $5.99. I don't know. So they got Monster Cup. I will say that it is, in my opinion, the best Monster Cup we've had out of the 3 games. Track is okay. The backward aspect, I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, it's definitely different. It adds a different characteristic of the game. The lines are different. I mean, it's a cool concept, but I don't know. I haven't really decided if that's something I like.
This is Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, one of the most legendary venues.
It's a pretty cool track.
The riders are in the gates.
So we got race 1, so we're going to go the normal way around the track. This is probably my favorite part of the track. I mean, just because you can rip it and just haul balls. And if you're clever enough, you could do what I did and ride a wheelie down most of it. I really hate that damn finish line jump. To me, it's like super awkward. You can hit it 2 ways, and no way is really a fast way. And as far as I know, you can't triple it. So we're going to take the Joker lane first lap. Going this way on the track, Joker lane. You can't really send it too far off this because you will go into the hay bales, or if you cut it, or the tough blocks, if you cut it short, you'll actually cut the track and it'll reset you. Oh, sweet. This rhythm section is kind of weird. Excuse me. I don't know why, but I struggle with it. I usually just double through it. Alright, we've already hit the Joker lane, so we don't have to worry about it. down the Monster Alley. Also, if you get too crazy coming off that little lip right there, if you got it hooked over on one side, you'll wipe out. I have tried and tried to double that. I have yet to accomplish it. If you have, throw it down in the comments. I'd like to know if it's at least possible. Seems like it is.
The first race was a no-holds-barred battle. Let's take a look at the results while the riders prepare for the evening's second main event.
Alright, so now we're on main event 2. We're going to ride the track the opposite direction. Now I
The
believe,
second main event is about to get underway.
I'm not 100% sure. Just because I didn't look. When I bought the game, I bought the deluxe thing where it comes with like the season pass and all that stuff, so I automatically get all these DLCs. But oh shit, go the opposite way. See, it always fucks me up every time. You know, me personally, I'm not a huge Monster Cup fan in video games. Real life I am. I like them. I think they're some of our best racing happens at the Monster Cups. I just think they should be part of original game content. You know, they shouldn't be making us pay for this shit after we've already bought the game. But, you know, whatever, that's their marketing strategy, that's what they want to go with. I just think it's wrong. They already charge us enough for the damn game. We're gonna hit the Joker lane first lap again. Alright, if you're not a big Monster Cup fan, you know, it might not be worth it for you to go buy this DLC. I mean, the track is meh. It's definitely, it's not a track I hate. At the same time, it's not a track I love. It's interesting, you know, to say the least. Just because you do go backwards on the track. But I don't know if it's worth the whatever, $5 or $10, $12 they're charging you for if you didn't get the deluxe edition. Such a weird finish line. Sweet. Alright,
After
there's
the second race, the
normal,
picture of which
backwards,
riders have a chance to
and then the
grab the
third
glory
main, if you
is
guys remember
starting to
right.
take shape. The final event
They
of the
started in a
Monster
different
Energy Cup
place,
is about to begin.
which I actually prefer this start. I don't know why. I just kind of like the big sweeper into the long straightaway.
This is it, the last race of the day to decide who will be the Monster Energy Cup champion.
That's right, Ralph. The riders' tension is also pervading our public. The first riders of the partial leaderboard must not make any mistakes, but they know life won't be easy for them.
As the revs come up, the riders are focused on the gate. Here we go, the final gate drop of the night.
Sorry about that, I have to text my son back. Alright, we're gonna main event 3. We're starting in the back, which is my favorite start, like I said earlier.
The riders are in the gates. The roar.
Maybe if you had like the long gear ratio, you might be able to send it and double it from that start. Right into the fucking post again. And then we're back to riding it the original one. Take the lane first round. Do a Superman off the top of the dragon's back. Oh, come on. yeah. Ran right into the pole, crashed over the
Once
finish line.
again, the Monster Energy Cup was full of...
Alright,
To
won the
win
Monster
in Monster
Mill.
Energy Supercross, you have to be incredibly fit.
Let's move on. Alright. So that's one part of the DLC. The other one is a track editor. Yeah, we'll just make some bullshit track. Whoa. Alright, we'll put that there. Put it straight away there. I'm pretty sure that's a new piece. If it's not, fuck do I know. Oh, one second. Got this one. I'm just gonna use some pre-made shit. Just some sand roots. That way. This to this to this. Okay. So we got this half-ass track that I just made that probably isn't gonna flow for shit, but that's what they've added now, is you can go in here to customize, go to tough blocks. There's already your stock tough blocks. You can change the outlines to whatever colors you wish. I like blue, so we'll put blue tough blocks down. Starting grid flames. We can make them yellows and blues and greens, purples. Oh, purple looks kind of cool. Flames over the finish line jump. You can do orange. I don't know, red looks kind of sweet, I guess. And then your leader post, you can also customize. So we'll make that blue. I mean, that's pretty much it in this. So now, will it be in here when I try it, or do I have to validate? I may have to validate this track before it shows everything.
It's time to go
I'll
racing.
validate it so you can...
Eyes focused on the game.
Oh, I guess we are validating. Actually not a terrible track. Alright, so as far as tracks go in Track Creator, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, those are all cool things to have. You know, customize your track and make it your own personality, I guess. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. But again, that's kind of like one of those things, like, I kind of think it should have been in there. You know, you're going to charge me $65, whatever it is, or $70 for a AAA game, and, like, that's not in there? I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. I think it should be in there. I don't think we should have to pay above and beyond for it. You know, granted, I paid a little bit extra to get all the DLCs. I get it. You know, I pretty much paid for it like you guys are going to if you didn't get the game that way and you gotta go purchase the shit individually. But I kind of think it should have been in there. Now, I believe, I'm not 100% sure if this is part of the DLC or not. I didn't discover it until after the DLC. So this may, or may not, be part of the DLC, but I will show it to you anyways. You get a light up red neck brace thing. Now, I've heard that that was part of DLC, and then I've heard other people say, oh no, that one's been in there. Now, I do know that they are going to be coming out. I don't know if it'll be DLC or an update. The only milestone is probably going to be a DLC that you're going to have to buy. But you'll be able to change the neon color kind of like you can on the Tough Blocks. So, again, not sure if that's part of DLC or not. I didn't know about that and find it till after it, so I thought it was part of it. They did add like other skins and shit for like the bikes. But nothing, you know, again, I mean, all this shit should be in the game. You know, when I look at a DLC and you're gonna charge me $10 or $15 for it, you know, I'm expecting like a track pack. Something that's got 4 to 6 different tracks. Me personally, I don't care if they're part of the you know, if they're AMA or not. I mean, look at what MX versus ATV does. Sure, they charge us $13.99 or $14.99 for their DLC content, but it's usually like a compound with 4 to 6 tracks on it. They're usually like a couple Supercross tracks and 2 or 3 outdoor tracks, and they're just like made up. You know, why don't you do that in this game? You know, put a couple motocross. Yeah, look, it's a Supercross game, but it's still motocross. No matter how you look at it. Put some damn outdoor tracks in the son of a bitch. You know, don't just tailor the content to just Supercross. And if that's really what you want, then add, like, I don't know, some of the Australian Supercross stuff. Now, that might be kind of cool. You know, some of their tracks. I know you could probably build them in track editor, but I mean, it would be cool to have Milestone build them, or just come up with some shit of your own. Milestone track pack. 6 tracks. And, maybe it's a couple creators that create their own individual tracks that they like, and they put all their time and effort into them, and boom, give that to us in a DLC. I wouldn't mind paying for it. That's more additional writable content. I'm not a fan of the content where I can change colors of shit. I mean, it's cool, but I don't really need it. I don't really care that the tough blocks are blue, or that the tough blocks are green, or that the finish line flames are purple, or the starting grid is green flames. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I want playable, usable content that I can enjoy. Luckily, this game has surprised the absolute fuck out of me and has been a fantastic game. I have not been bored of it yet. I continue to learn and find new things, different ways to do whips, to kind of make my own style of whip. I'm having a lot of fun with that. So right now, hats off to Milestone. But they gotta quit nickel and diming us. I know that's like the thing right now, is all this, what's the word? I call it nickel and diamond. All this just microtransactions, basically. Dude, just put the shit in the game. Even if I would rather not have anything to do with microtransactions and pay $10 more for the game and just get all of the content all at once. And then maybe 4, 6, 8 months down the road, come out with 1 or 2 DLCs that are track packs, maybe different bike graphics. That's what matters to me. I think that's what matters to the community too. Give me some shit I can ride on. Give me some outdoor races. And hell, it's the same company that makes GP, MXGP. Use this game as a damn test. Oh, here, we're thinking about maybe using a compound similar to this. Put the MXGP-ish compound in there. May not be finished, but maybe you want to see what the community thinks. Oh yeah, that's badass, or no, that sucks. Okay, what sucks about it? This, and this. What's great about it? This, and this. Even that would be cool. It'd be cool to have some Lucas Oil, like legitimate motocross tracks. Kind of like what MX versus ATV did. They got the license agreement and all that shit for those 6 or 8 tracks that they gave us. Granted, there's a DLC. Had to pay for it. Didn't mind paying for it. It was writable, usable, well worth buying content. Do 3 or 4 of those tracks. It'd still be a fun game. It's just adding more value to your game. I'm not. Don't take this as me hosing NEX3 and Milestone, but damn, guys. When you have somebody that's like me that has literally purchased every damn Milestone game from MXGP to today, a motocross Milestone game or Supercross Milestone game, I've bought them all. And, sad enough, I've bought every DLC for them. But I mean, throw your customers a bone every now and then. Hey, this one's on us. We appreciate you. Thanks for buying our shit. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting our community. We're going to keep these games rolling out. Why not give us a free DLC every now and then? If you're going to have, I think this one says 9 DLCs. When I pre-ordered it, I could be wrong, but I think it's like 9 DLCs that they plan on having for this game. Why not have 1 or 2 of those be free? I mean, thankfully I'm fortunate enough that I can afford the DLCs. But you still have a large fan base that can't afford the DLCs. Because either they just don't have a job, or they have a job and they obviously are adulting, paying their bills, or their kids, and their parents don't want to buy it for them. Put some content out there that's for free. That's all I'm saying. With as much money as myself has spent on Milestone, let alone all the other games that I haven't played, I mean, throw your customers a bone. Help us help you. That shows us that you care. That you're not it's not always about the money. It's about making sure that your customers, your fan base, or whatever you want to call it, are happy. That's what keeps people coming back. I myself, I'm in the retail industry. I understand their side of it. But every time I've given a customer something for free that they should have paid for, but they've been my customer for years. They've come and seen me every time they needed something done. They've asked for me by name. I've thrown them a bone. Hey, I took care of that for you. I'm not going to charge you for it. That's what keeps them coming back, along from the customer service. But I mean, there's so many options out there for these other people, or these other, for your customers. There was actually a point in time that I thought about not even buying any more Milestone games because they were so lackluster in content, and they were the same shit over and over and over and over with minor graphical tweaks and minor physics tweaks, that there was actually a point that I was like, I'm not buying Pro, I'm not buying 19. And I even said that I wasn't going to buy Supercross 3. The only thing that changed my mind is because I wanted to support the community, and I wanted to support games, motocross and supercross games, to continue to come out. I was super hard set on Supercross 3 because I thought it was going to be a lot like Supercross 2, which sucked. Sucked just as bad as 1 did, in my opinion. Then I started seeing content. Then I started seeing reviews from gaming pages and, people like Scooty Puff Jr. and Start Your Systems and Donut, and I started seeing actual gameplay, and I saw, ooh, this game's going to be different. And they talked about it. Hey, this game is different. The bike's got inertia, even like Spencer Turley talks about the bike having inertia and how the bike feels and carries its weight around, and it feels grounded, and it doesn't have such a janky fucking physics system, no animated whips where you basically, do an action and it does the same thing over and over and over again. If you notice, if you ever go back, I swear to God, go to YouTube and watch gameplay from Supercross 1 and Supercross 2. Then go to gameplay for Supercross 3. And look at how many more whips are being thrown in Supercross 3 than 1 and 2. Nobody did any whips in those games. They did it like the first probably month or two that the game was out. Everybody's like, this is bullshit. It looks like shit. It comes back weird and slow, and it always shoots you off to one side. It's a pain in the ass and looks like shit. And then everybody just stopped doing whips. I don't know how many online lobbies I was in both those games. And like nobody would throw a whip. You might see one every now and then, but for the most part, nobody was doing it. I get it in the online lobbies now, and people are doing them all the time. I actually enjoy doing whips in this game. I think, honestly, I think it might, I'm going out on a limb here, but I think it's a better whip system than All Out. It's just my opinion. There's basically like 3 different whips you can do, and then you can tweak all 3 of those whips. I mean, they call them scrubs. One of them they actually call a whip. But there's like 3 different whips, true whips that you can do, and then you can alter all 3 of those and make them your own style. You don't have that in All Out. In All Out, I mean, the bike is more free, so you can technically probably create all 3 of these whips. But because of, in my opinion, because of how free the bike is in the air, which don't get me wrong, I love that, but it does make it harder to emulate some of these whips that you can do in this game. It looks smoother-ish in this game versus All Out. That's just my opinion. If you guys may hate on me for saying that, because don't get me wrong, I love All Out, but that's just what I think about it. Either way, it's a great game. The DLC, my honest opinion, not worth the money. You're not going to get in there and go, oh, wow. It's nothing that you really need. It's all aesthetics, basically. Appearance, I guess would be their words. Like, it's really all the visuals, except for like maybe 1 or 2 things that they added in the track creator. But that's it. I mean, not a big deal. Their track creator, don't even start on track creator. Track creator sucks. The track creator now should have been the track creator that was in Supercross 1. That is where we're at now, is where we should have started. We should have way more jumps, way more things to choose from, way more sections. We should, sounds crazy, but we should be able to add elevation. I know you don't see it in Supercross, but shit, why not be able to add a big ass dirt mound? Make it like a hill. Like a hill you can go up and come down, or, just change the terrain a little bit. Even though it's indoors, I mean, that'd be kind of a cool idea. Hell, you should be able to do that in MXGP Pro, but you can't change elevation in that damn game. That's even a worse track creator. But we're going to end on some high notes. It's a good game. I definitely recommend it. Milestone's got their shit together. They're going on the right path. You know, the game is amazing. This game has potential, as long as they don't veer off their path, to be one of the best Supercross motocross games on the market. They're going in a good direction. They got their game physics going in a good direction. It's not the best, but it's come a long ways from where it started. So, if you don't have this game, I would definitely go out, buy this game. You know, they actually have a seat bounce feature on this, or preload feature, or whatever you want, you know, however term you want to use, in this game now, which a lot of people don't know about still. But, I mean, that's cool. That means you can do bigger lines. That wasn't available in the other games. So, at the end of the day, they got a lot of good shit going for them. I like the game a lot. There's still a lot I feel that needs to be not necessarily fixed, but improved on. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement in this game. I would like to see them lean a little more towards the simulator side. That's just me, my own personal opinion. I do like the arcadey feel that it has, but I would like to see a little more simulator side to it. You know, I don't want to go so simulator that people are like, ah, fuck this game, it's too hard. Like Sim, MX Simulator. Not that that's a hard game or anything like that. It's definitely tough to get going and learn that game. I mean, you gotta put hours and hours and hours and hours into that game to get good at it. I don't want this game to turn into that. But I would like to see it a little more simulation, but also give us the ability to just do some stupid, crazy, unrealistic bullshit. That's what makes the MX versus ATV franchise so fun. You can go in there on any one of their tracks and you can do all the lines like you're supposed to and ride the track like you're supposed to. Big old set of fucking balls. You can go out there and hit some of the most unrealistic, crazy lines. And that's what makes the game so fun. That's why MX versus ATV Reflex hasn't died. I mean, that game's like, I don't know, 10, 12 years old-ish. You know, MX versus ATV All Out. I mean, that's still rolling pretty strong. You know, again, because there's just crazy, stupid jumps in there that you aren't going to see on a motocross track in real life. And you go out there and you pull them off, and it just makes the game fun. You know, that makes it the more arcadey style game, arcadeish game. But I would like the physics to be more simulator-ish. If you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's all I got on the DLC. I know I went on a little bit of a rant there, but I feel like it needed to be said. I don't feel like the DLC is worth it, but I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. At the end of the day, it's your dollar you're spending. The game's definitely worth buying. I'll say it over and over again. Go buy the game. Put in at least 8 hours. Don't play the damn thing for 2 or 3 hours because it is kind of a rough go when you're starting out. Especially if you're used to playing Supercross 2. Because it's a completely different game from that. Put the time in it. Go buy it. Definitely recommend it. You will love it once you get used to everything. And have fun with it, man. If you guys want to, get in a lobby and race, I'm always down for that. On Tuesdays, I do it's like Subscriber Tuesday, so if you subscribe to the channel, you send me a friend request, put in their YouTube and your YouTube name. I will reference it to my channel to make sure you have subscribed, and I will accept that friend request. If you don't put that information in there, I will not accept the friend request. So if you really want to get in and ride, which I'm all for doing, subscribe to the channel, throw a friend request in. There's a message box on PlayStation that says message or whatever. Just type in there YouTube username, whatever your username may be. And I will accept that friend request, cross it over to my YouTube channel, make sure you're subscribed, and boom. If you're on, you'll get an invite to a lobby. And we will do some racing. I enjoy doing that with you guys. And you know, I'm going to continue to do it. It's fun to get you guys in here and play. I always live stream those ones, so you'll be on YouTube. And I don't do it with just this game. You know, it may be Call of Duty or Destiny or whatever I decide to play that day. If you have the game and you're on, I'm going to throw you an invite. So definitely looking to get some more people into that right now, where we usually get about 5 to 6 people in there. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. You know, I'd like to see that grow, so please, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, that way you get the notifications. I've been posting a lot of content lately, and with YouTube's fucked up algorithms and all that stuff, because of how much content I'm throwing out there, you may not get notified when my videos drop. So if you can, hit the bell, get the notification, that way you don't miss a video, you don't miss a live stream. That'll remind you on Tuesday, oh shit, Ghost Gaming's live, let me hop on, we can do some racing or shooting or whatever it may be. That way you can get in and get going and just have some fun, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you next video. Laters.